everybody! I'm Sarah Bouboulis with Partnership for the Delaware Estuary, and welcome to another wonderful Plant Wednesday, where I'm going to talk about native plants that you can plant in your garden to help support clean water, healthy habitats, and strong communities. So thanks for joining me, and if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments and I'll try to answer them at the end, or this will go on our Facebook afterwards and I'll answer any questions that are there too. So let's see today's plant. You may have saw it if you were on early. This is wild columbine, or Canadian columbine, or eastern red columbine, or Aquilegia canadensis. And it's not focusing very well, but it has very attractive flowers, I think. And the name Aquilegia means eagle, and it comes from the look of these red petals or eagle talons that look like eagle talons. Someone thought they did. Sorry, it's not focusing very well. I'm gonna come to the other side of the plant. There we go. Focusing on the fence. And canadensis just means of North America, or northeastern United States and Canada. That's where it's found. This is actually the only Aquilegia that is native to our area. Sorry. To the Delaware Estuary, the only native Aquilegia. So that's really fun, and that means it has some important wildlife benefits as well that we'll get to in a minute. You may be familiar with columbines. They are a popular garden plant. Look at the leaves instead. But it's a different species. It's Aquilegia vulgaris is the common species found in your garden centers, garden stores, things like that. And they're okay. They're very attractive. They come in lots of different colors, but they're not the native one, and we'll talk about the habitat benefits that this one provides. But another issue with them is that they hybridize very readily with this guy and with each other. So if you have a blue columbine in your yard, that's the Columbine vulgaris, it will easily hybridize with this one or other columbines, and you'll get pink, purple, all different kinds of columbines, which can be pretty, which can be attractive, but again, you're not necessarily getting the same habitat benefits that you might have gotten with just the wild one. So you have to be careful if you choose to plant this one with any of the non-native columbines that you may have. So what are some of the habitat benefits that this columbine has? Well, these red flowers, as you may know, are pretty, a lot of hummingbirds like them. Let's see, I'm not focusing on the flowers. Hummingbirds love the red flowers, and these are loved by hummingbirds. This is a very small plant yet. I just planted it last year. They do get much bigger than this, and when there's many flowers on it, the hummingbirds will just come running. They love red flowers. The columbine is also the only host of the Columbine dusky wing, which is a type of skipper or a little butterfly that eats the foliage, and also the Columbine sawfly. And some people think the sawflies are considered a pest, but to me, the sawflies and even the caterpillars are just bird food, and the birds need those caterpillars to help feed their babies. So this columbine is providing those benefits, and it is the only host for those two creatures. They do eat the non-native ones as well, actually to their detriment. Particularly the sawfly and some other pest critters of the columbine tend to do more destruction to the non-native ones than to this one. So to me, that's another reason to plant this one in your garden instead. I was trying to see if I could find any caterpillars, but I did not. I do see some minor damage from maybe some leaf-eating critters, but nothing crazy. They have great foliage. It is really pretty. Like I said, this will hopefully get bigger. And best thing about them for your garden is that they like all sorts of habitat types. They do good in shade. They do good in part sun, maybe not full sun. They do good in the clay soil we have here in Delaware. They do better in more drained soils. Very versatile. So you plant one, you'll probably will do well. They are readily available to find in nurseries and things like that, but you've got to find the native one. They will more than likely have the non-native one, so look out for that. The vegetation is actually slightly toxic to deer, so we call this deer resistant. If they're hungry enough, they'll eat anything, but it is slightly resistant. So if you have that issue, try this one out for sure. You may need to water it in the summer if it's in a more sunny area, and that also helps keep the foliage looking good all year. So this is a great garden plant. It does well in many places. In the wild ones, these native ones, they tend to nod like this all the time. They don't open up completely usually. The more sun, I think, they might more often, but the non-native ones will open up more. All right, well, thanks for watching. I see I have one question. If you want to get the native one, so yeah, if you want the native one and not the non-native one, you definitely look for that Latin name. This is Aquilegia canadensis. Hopefully that will be on the tags. You don't want Aquilegia vulgaris or many hybrids. There's many hybrids available too. Sometimes there'll be a hybrid of this one, sometimes both the European one, which is the vulgaris. So you got to look out for that. The people at the nursery should also be able to help you. They should know what they have and which one is the native variety. You can also, pretty sure, buy them online and just look for Aquilegia canadensis. Well, thanks everybody for watching this another edition of Wonderful Plant Wednesday. I really love sharing plants with you. If you have any questions, you can type them in the chat, or you can, after this will go on our Facebook after this, and I'll be looking there for questions as well. And I think I will try to post some pictures of what they look like when there's way more of them. Like I just have this one plant that hopefully will get much bigger, but they do look really pretty in mass when you have a lot more of them. I think I have another question. Yeah, so someone asked again about deer. So yeah, you definitely want to try this one if you do have a deer issue, because the foliage is slightly toxic to mammals, so mammals do not eat it. So try it. The hungrier your deer, the more likely they'll eat it. But it is considered deer resistant, yes. Okay, well thanks so much for watching everyone, and I hope to see you next week. If you have a plant you're interested in, you can let me know. I can only do plants that are in my garden right now, but I'll try to see what I have. So if you have a plant you want more information on, leave it in a comment. Okay, thanks everybody. Have a good Wednesday. Bye.